Make your comments, please speak into the microphones.
Yeah, get real close to the mic, that way everybody can hear, because you can hear me pretty well, but we can hardly hear you, so get real close.
Sonny Davis.
Good morning. A little bit about our farm over in the Panhandle, Florida, in Congressman Dunn's district, way over. And our primary crops are cotton, peanuts, cattle, some soybeans. So we're kind of diversified. My mother was really blessed. She had 5 boys, no girls. I see all 4 of my brothers practically every day. I've got nephews. I got a son back on the farm. So I'm grateful that your first stop for this listening session is in Florida and giving us the opportunity to comment. For the last 5 years, market returns, and I'm speaking on cotton primarily, but, the returns from cotton and cottonseed has fallen real short of what it costs to produce it. When accounting for the minimal federal foreign policy support provided for the cotton during the last 5 years, it's dropped below cost of production. So it's tough on the farm. So it's imperative that we have a comprehensive cotton support that is on par with other commodities in the Title I of the next Farm Bill. As I mentioned, our family farm, like many others across the Cotton Belt, cannot withstand any further tightening of policy that are already too burdensome, restrictive in light of the scale of production of agriculture to be competitive, in today's market, which is worldwide. And it's some perspective on that. This will be my 46th crop. And like I say, we do peanuts. I sold peanuts at a higher price, in my first crop than I'm receiving today. Cotton was on par, but corn and grains, we're still dealing with that same market. The only way agriculture has been sustainable is virtue of size and efficiencies. And to do that, it takes a lot of money to do it. And, agriculture has contributed a lot to the economy of this country by virtue of the commodity prices still being in line back then.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. I'm done.
That would be it, yes.
I want to thank y'all for allowing me to come make comments. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
My name's Ben Evans. I'm a cotton ginner from Douglas, Georgia. I'm Vice President of Coffee County Gin Company. I'm part of a 4th generation business and also a cotton farmer as well. Cotton farmers have been struggling, and not only the effects of the farmers, but also all the cotton infrastructure. As gins and warehouses are closed due to depressed prices, less acres, there's been a tremendous burden on those communities, often rural communities where they're located. The loss of jobs equates to loss of tax revenue for those local communities. I implore the community to do whatever is necessary to include an adequate safety net for all commodities, especially cotton, to help our rural communities thrive and survive. Given the tremendous reliance on our industry on exports of raw cotton and fiber and yarn, it is essential that the U.S. agriculture industry have a strong, well-funded public-private partnership to help leverage private resources to expand export markets and grow demand for U.S. agricultural products. A central part of this effort is USDA's Market Access Program and Farm Market Development Program. Even though the U.S. continues to be heavily outspent by our other major agricultural producing exporting countries, funding for MAP and FMD has not increased in more than a decade. MAP and FMD have resulted in a $2.1 billion increase per year in cash farm income since 2002. Agricultural exports in 2014 accounted for $340 billion in economic output and supported 1.1 million jobs. For this reason, I believe it's justified the new Farm Bill to invest in additional funds in these programs. The value of U.S. cotton fiber exports exceeds $5 billion annually, along with an additional $3 billion in exports of value-added cotton textile products. Independent studies have found that for each dollar spent by organizations that partner with USDA, like Cotton Council International, to promote and expand exports, there's a $35 return on investment. In direct monetary and in-kind contributions, the U.S. cotton industry invests over $2 for every $1 of MAP funds utilized for export promotion activities.
2 minutes.
Thank you for all you do for the cotton industry and American agriculture.
Thank you. Next two speakers will be Larry Black and Virginia Sanchez.
Ben, before you step down, one thing that's come up is obviously we're writing the Farm Bill this fall. Well, then it's not implemented, Chairman, until 2000, when? October of 18. How do we get from here to there? And I know one of the problems we got in the industry is if we lose our gins, we're basically out of business.
Yes, just talk to your colleagues in the Mid-South, and what's happened is those people have transitioned out of cotton into corn and soybeans. They've lost their infrastructure. So even if we can't just flip a switch and get it all back. So those people that want to grow those crops in there are severely limited by the capacity to handle that.
Well, that's what I want my colleagues to hear, is that we've got to do something to get us to, and we got to do something in the next Farm Bill, but we got to do something. How about the gin sharing program? Is that?
That worked fantastic.
Okay.
Fantastic for our growers. Yes, absolutely. We'll take any help you can send our way. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Ben. Good to see you.
Thank you for being here today. And I'm Kent Fountain, and I'm a producer of cotton and peanuts, and have Southeastern Gin and Peanut in Surrency, Georgia, and the chairman of Premium Peanut in Douglas, Georgia. And we appreciate y'all being here, and we really appreciate our Georgia congressional members. And Mr. Allen's right, Premium Peanuts in his district, and Mr. Scott, we've got several of our owners are in your district, and we appreciate it. You know, I'm going to speak on cotton today because, as someone said before, cotton and peanuts are very much tied in our area. With cotton, we've got several issues. The biggest issue we have is losing Title IX. When we lost Title IX, we've eroded our equity and increased dramatically our debt. We need to get back into Title I, and we need to have a safety net for cotton that we can get back to where we were. The prices have come up, but now we see that you looked at it last week, we've lost 11 cents. So we've got to have a safety net. We had Stacks. Stacks has not worked, as you well know, like we thought it would. With the lower prices, it was not advantageous for people to take it out. We've only had 25% participation in Stacks for cotton acres. So that program didn't work, so we need a safety net like we had before with either lint and cottonseed. Also, on a positive note, though, the insurance, the crop insurance we have really does work. We've got 96% of our cotton acres are either in catastrophic or multi-peril. So that works. We need to continue that program and continue the crop insurance that we have now. And I appreciate you listening to me, and anything we can do, we appreciate it. Thanks.
I'm Mac Colima. I'm a fourth generation cotton and peanut farmer from Vienna, Georgia. And since 1945, my family has also owned and operated a cotton gin and peanut buying point. Appreciate the committee and the members coming down here. It shows us how important agriculture is to you, because you know how important it is to us. In the cotton industry, we've been facing some difficult times, and you all have been supporting us and helping us trying to find a solution before we get to this next Farm Bill, and we can't thank you enough for that help. What I want to talk about today is conservation programs. As commodity prices have dipped, conservation programs have become a bigger part of my operation. That cost share money we get through EQIP and CSP program, it's allowed us to make ends meet some years, and just encourage y'all to continue those programs in this next Farm Bill, because not only does it improve on the environment and the productivity on our farm, but it leaves the farm in a better place for the next generation. There is one issue with CSP that I hope that y'all will be able to address, and that evolves around the system award management number and the DUNS number that you have to be able to participate in the program. Several farmers in my area, this past year in particular, their payments, cost share payments, were delayed over 6 months because of issues with the DUNS number and the SAM number. So I think, from what I understand, it wasn't ever the intention of these NRCS cost share programs having to go through the SAM requirements, and hopefully y'all will be able to address that issue in this next Farm Bill. It's It's just a burdensome requirement that you have to redo it every year, and I get about 800 spam emails a day wanting to help me with my government contracts, and I'm far from a government contractor. But thank you again for your time down here and all you do for agriculture.